Vaughn is in Oahu. Hey, Vaughn, welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hi, thanks for having my call.
Sure. How can I help?
I just met the fiduciaries of my aunt and uncle yesterday, and I thought they were investing for them, and I found out annually for the last 12 years, both my aunt and uncle are spending $49,000 in a whole life insurance plan.
What kind of fiduciary? Are they not capable of making their own decisions?
No, they're just financial planners they found over a decade ago, and they've stuck with them.
Oh, okay. By fiduciary, you mean just a financial planner. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
That's what I meant.
Well, this fiduciary's been screwing them for a while. So how come you met with your uncles and aunts guy?
Oh, because the financial planners, they're in California, and they come to Hawaii once a year. And I just happened to be at the house when they came over to show them their returns and financial planning, because they're planning to buy a building for a business.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so they're really not dealing with a financial planner. They're really dealing with an insurance agent that's posing as a financial planner.
They do invest, but they only invest $400 into a simple IRA for their business.
Wow.
And their expense ratio is 1.8%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is really high, I think.
Yeah, I think that's a little ridiculous. And so when you broach the idea with your aunt and uncle that they should get a different person helping them with their money because they're in absolutely horrific investments, what do they say?
Well, our grandma just passed away without any insurance, or their parents just passed away without any insurance. So they're afraid of canceling the whole life plan and switching to the term. And the closer they are to retirement age, they think the term will be the same as the whole life plan.
So,
in cost.
Yeah. And how many years have they been putting $49,000 a year
$49,000
into a hole in the ground?
Yeah.
So, here's the thing.
$500,000.
Yeah. If it was just sitting there in a fruit jar, they'd have enough to bury them if they had made no return.
Yeah.
And they're not even going to get back what they put in. So I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. Their cash value probably is $300,000. So I don't understand what they're worried about being buried. Will $300,000 not bury them? Or, I mean, are these people King Tut?
Yeah, their life insurance plan is $1.5 million.
No, they don't need life insurance.
Oh.
Two old people sitting together in their recliners that have $500,000 in mutual funds don't need life insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Because they got enough to live on and they got enough to bury them. Why do you need insurance?
Yeah.
If you've got money, you don't need insurance. Kids are grown and gone. We're retired. We're sitting here on a pile of money, and you use $10,000 of your million to bury one of you if you die. You don't need insurance. It's a far stretch from your grandpa dying with no money.
Yeah.
You don't need insurance. So I don't know if we can talk them off the tree or not here. They're pretty far up it. But the answer to the equation is I would find out what their actual assets are and have those sit with a real investment professional who actually could show them how to invest all of that, and they have enough to bury them, and they have enough to live, or if one of them dies, the other one's going to be fine, and have someone sit down and show them that, because I suspect they've got enough assets here in spite of the fact that they've been so poorly invested. Hopefully they haven't lost the entire $500,000 that they put into this whole life crap.
So don't even switch to term?
You don't need term if you got enough money.
No.
Okay, let me stop a second. All right. Let's just walk this through with me, Vaughn. Okay. You're 60. How old are they?
They're 54. They plan to retire when they're 70.
Okay. Let's just say you're 54 years old, and you have $1 million in mutual funds.
Mm-hmm.
Your kids are grown and gone, and your house is paid for. Okay.
Their house is not paid for yet.
Okay. Well, we got to find out a few of these things. But if they have enough money and they don't have any debt, their need for insurance is gone. There may be for the next 5 or 6 years a need for insurance. I'm 58 in good shape, and so not great shape, but good enough that I can get term insurance, and it's not that stinking expensive. If I need some, I paid a premium this morning, as a matter of fact. If I want some term insurance, I can get some, and it's nowhere near that kind of money.
Yeah.
I mean, geez, man. I mean, for what they're spending, they could buy like $60 million worth of term insurance at 54 years old. I mean, this is just ludicrous, assuming they're reasonably healthy. But the point of term insurance is to replace income that you are creating for your family. But if you don't need to replace income you're creating for your family because you have enough money, then your need for insurance has gone away. Is that logical?
Yeah, that's logical.
And so what we've got to do is sit down and look at how much money if they took all the money away from these goobers that they're with. I'm trying to be nice. Oh, this is just so devastating because they've lost.
Take out the cash value, you mean?
Yes. Yes, for God's sakes, get it out of there. Because you know what happens to cash value when you die?
No.
They keep it.
Oh, okay.
All you get is the face value of a whole life policy. So whatever the cash value is gone. And they paid through the nose for this. This is a $5 to $10 million mistake they've made over the last decade. That's how bad this is. This is why I can't breathe right now. Okay? And it's not even my aunt and uncle. So, anyway. And I can't allow them to go another decade and make another $5 to $10 million mistake, all in the name of I need to be buried.
Yeah.
That's my point. Because Grandpa was poor when he died. Well, they're not poor. They got enough money to plant them, okay? So that's not the issue here. The issue is how to maximize these dollars for a much better rate of return than one of the worst financial products on the planet is cash value life insurance. It's absolutely horrendous. Horrible rates of return, highest fees ever, and when you die, they keep your money. Oh, it's horrible. It's the payday lender of the middle class. And so, they need to run away from this person as fast as they can with all their money. I don't know if we'll be able to talk them into it because they're pretty entrenched in this stupidity. But, oh, man, it's a $10 million error. And over the next decade, it's another $10 million. That's how far this is not even close to fiduciary. Fiduciary means you're supposed to be acting in someone else's best interest, not screwing them.